Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off Topic, where we typically go off topic. And today's theme, I'm your host, Cosmo, and today's theme is magic systems, as in D&D, literally any fantasy book you've ever read. And what even defines a magic system? So let's start with that question, actually. What is a magic system?
Your mother.
Valid.
And also
yes.
also these nuts.
The greatest magic system of all time. Just your mother.
Your mama's so big, she's every magic system.
They have mysterious psychic magic that can make you do chores.
Yeah, no, that's called they summon a belt.
Oh god.
No, that's
okay.
that's the father. That's the father magic system.
Right there, the chancla. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah.
As I said, we typically get
What was the
off
chancla,
topic.
We're also a
No,
little
we're
bit
talking
out.
about like summoning and shit.
We're also a little bit out of practice because we haven't been doing this for 3 weeks. We took a
It's been
bit of
like
a
what,
hiatus.
months?
Huh?
Out of practice.
It's
I
it's been
hardly know her.
college, my guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was the start of college, so I expected there to be a bit of a hiatus. It was a little bit longer than I had hoped.
Even
But
before that,
hopefully,
there was just so much going on for us all.
yeah, but hopefully we'll be a little bit more regular about recording and posting now.
It's 11:11.
Don't count on it.
Don't count on
We
it.
even
Oh
get
no.
off topic on our recording schedules.
Yes, we're we're so good at this.
Yippee.
All right.
Shit.
Magic systems. What makes a magic system? That
Like
is
Magic the Gathering?
Is there a distinct magic system in Magic?
There's multiple actually. If you've read like the lore, the stories, which I've read in one of the books, there is distinct magic systems, especially with like planeswalkers and shit.
Multiple magic systems is a weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's literally like planeswalkers. They walk worlds.
Yeah, but don't they use the same type of magic? Basically, like it's the same thing.
Mm-mm.
No.
Different worlds have different magic.
Damn. Well, but isn't there like
different sources of magic?
Isn't in the D&D lore? There's like one like
this isn't
base
D&D.
magic
This is
thing?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, we're talking about
The
Magic.
Gathering. Okay.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
a bit
really
off topic,
confusing.
That's why I was letting
You're
Cameron
talking-
explain it, is because I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering. And Cam.
Magic the Gathering is basically like a mini multiverse. So there's a bunch of different magic systems per verse.
Okay. I got it. Let's continue.
Kind of like how
continue.
a continent will have many different languages, or even a country.
Yeah. I think that defining a magic system. I think that defining a magic system is difficult. Just because it's kind of an arbitrary concept.
It doesn't have a point. It's made up.
Yeah, and it's like obviously like a magic system is like kind of how magic works, how like we're probably going to get into examples later, so I don't want to give like distinct examples right now. I'll save that for when we're actually doing it. All right. Like just
examples both from real life and
yeah, just like in D&D, for example, like there's the weave, which is like the general, not plane of magic, but like the way that magic works is that everybody who has magical abilities are connected to the weave and are able to control the weave. So like
or
just kind of
granted to them by gods and shit.
Yeah, but what it does is it connects them to the weave. I believe.
Really, I did not know about the weave.
Yeah.
I knew there was like a weave. I didn't know what it did.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the weave. I just knew magic was And some worlds just have like mono as a natural thing, and the spells are just what connects the mono. Like it's like having electronic. It takes the energy and makes it do something. A lot of worlds tend to have that's what spells are. They take the either natural mana in the air, the one you have, and the spells just give it form and make it do shit.
Yeah.
Or am I swearing I've been up since like 6 a.m. and I fell asleep at like 2, so.
I was up late last night streaming, but that's besides the point.
But you were streaming, you could have told me. I could have joined you gaming something. I was just bored.
I literally told
Gaming by
you
myself.
I told you Wednesday that I was going to be streaming on Friday, and you said that you were going to be
You expect me
busy.
to remember?
You said you were going to be busy, so I didn't bother you.
The
You
streaming
should ping me
magic
in
system.
chat. You heard me. You saw me ping Bobble Battle.
That's true, you did ping Bobble Battle. I didn't see it until after I was done streaming, though.
Bruh.
Anyway, I want to talk
We're a bit
about a
off
very
topic, aren't we, lads?
I want to talk about a very interesting magic system.
Oh, I know so
Basically,
many.
there's a lot of it's a magic system full of elements, and combining the elements can result in like explosions or like a bunch of weird
You're talking about
effects.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh no, I'm talking
No.
about real life. Um, would you consider real life science to be a magic system?
Um, yeah, in a way, science and alchemy are pretty similar in some ways. And alchemy has a relation to magic. So, distantly, yeah, science is somewhat related to magics. Usually, like more alchemical magics, though.
And just
Yeah,
think of it.
there's
We're
always there's that saying of like how magic is just science we
Magic
don't
is just
understand.
science we haven't
Yeah,
discovered.
science we don't understand yet. So like, and
Science
if
is
you
just
think,
really magic, honestly.
yeah, and if you think about it, a lot of magic in games and like books and stuff and movies is there's a science behind how the magic works often. So
Mhm.
I would
The
argue that science
spell
is just
formulas.
magic. Like I would argue that science is just magic that we understand in a
I
way.
more think of it
I
as
also
our alchemical formulas and our mathematical formulas. Those are just the spell formulas. Like the circles, instead of circles, we have
though
equations.
gotta say our magic system, it's pretty boring. Takes way too long to cast a
Yeah.
spell. Like what the heck?
Average casting time is like 10 hours. And only if it's peer reviewed and approved.
That's
And also our
amazing.
magic's pretty limited because unlike other magic systems, they can warp reality. We haven't figured out that. We're all stuck at third level spells at most.
Yeah, we've only
Actually, no.
you
We don't
know
even have cantrips.
no, Boston
We don't even
Dynamics
have
recently
cantrips.
discovered animate object actually.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, there's some people are
robots.
learning like random spells too. Like
Oh.
they go from level 1 shocking grasp to fucking simulacrum.
Yeah, I hate when someone like
And restore
gives you gives you the
blindness.
fake stick of gum and it's actually just shocking grasp.
Yeah. They go for the handshake and
Not
just shocking
shocking.
grasp
Not
spells.
shocking grasp.
Firebolt's just a gun.
I
And what our
cast
magic is, we're
firebolt.
artificers. We're just artificers. That's pretty much what we are.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
our brand of magic. Artifice.
Our,
Alchemy.
our phones magic items.
yeah,
Yes,
sending
actually, they're
stones.
a
They're
type of
sending stones.
artifice alchemy.
I think they're more than just sending stones at this point.
They're artifice
That's true.
alchemy sending stones that have access to the digital web, which is its own chaotic dev magic.
I knew the
Like if we
term
showed someone
computer
a
whiz
phone
was
in
made
ancient
for a reason.
times, you'd be burned as a witch
Mm.
or a warlock.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because um
Actually,
generally when I think like science, and this is just because I've always been really interested in chemistry and physics and the way that they intermingle. Um, I think chemistry and physics and the way they intermingle. Um, Especially like Cameron, you've seen my theories for um like a not a particle collider, a um
Fucking sonic cannon. You fucking
no,
psycho.
not the sonic cannon, the um I don't
nobody's
remember
I'm
what
supposed
done.
to be
I don't remember what I had labeled it,
self-inferred.
but theoretically, if we were to harness fission and fusion, which we
Mhm.
is would theoretically take a lot of energy, so like it's not something that's like really reasonable.
Mhm.
You can take pieces of matter apart and put them together in a different way, and you could literally turn air into gold. Like
Yeah.
So
theoretically,
just
if you were able to
our own
take it
version.
apart into its subatomic particles and then put those subatomic particles
So
back together in a different
Yeah.
way, you could literally just turn air into gold. You can turn air into whatever you wanted to.
you know what you're saying, right? It's just the Philosopher's Stone. You're saying we have our own giant version of it.
Yeah.
Well, we
And like
could.
our science is not nearly as advanced enough to be able to do
I
that.
mean,
Our
But
we
like
can
trans
our
technically
science is just a form of artifice and alchemy, as I've said before. That's our
we
magic, artifice and alchemy, which are
we
technically magics. And if anyone says otherwise, they're fucked.
we can actually do fusion. It's just it takes too much energy and you don't get anything back from it yet. And we can't control it so that you make specifically what you want.
yeah. I know, that's why I'm saying we don't have like the um the science for it quite yet. But like theoretically,
Well,
and this is entirely
Theoretically.
theoretically because nobody's done it before, and I don't think a lot of people have really put a lot of thought into it. But like when we talked about like superpowers, like uh I had said my favorite superpower is subatomic telekinesis because you could take subatomic particles apart and put them back together in a different way, and you can literally turn anything into anything else theoretically.
mhm.
Theoretically.
And it's just that's such a cool bit of science that a lot of people don't think about. Um, I just
Yeah.
wanted to point that out. Say that. Say my piece. Yeah.
Mm. Also, I love
So
how you know how everyone on like social media and stuff is joking about like, "Why, cast? Why, cast?" If people were giving that kind of power, you know they'd all say as a joke and accidentally rip someone's nuts off. Or mend their butt crack so they just can't shit.
um
We've,
People
t- we've
honestly
talked
cannot be trusted with that.
we've talked about this before in the episode that was like, what if D&D were to collide with the real world? But
oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
People
if
can't be fucking
I
trusted.
people
cast a
cannot be
spell
tr-
on you.
people cannot be trusted with magic. If just basic commoners, like just everybody, were given magic, the entire world would fall apart.
That's why. Yeah, that's why. Mm, so, what is everyone's like favorite magic systems like ever?
You can't ask me that.
Yeah, I can, and I did.
You motherfucker. Uh, I don't know.
Pick one.
I guess. Um, dude, you really make me choke here because I've read so many. Come back to me.
Right. I have a couple of answers. Um, Answer number one is just the basic D&D spell slots system, which is more technical, but I think if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I personally really like the way that spell slots work. Like I think it's pretty balanced for the most part. And especially when you take into account sorcerers and stuff who have additional resources that they can turn into spell slots and turn spell slots into. I think that's really cool. Like the meta
And
magic
and
points.
wizards can just gain infinite spells because if they find out a spell books, they could copy them
Yeah.
into
So
their own spell book.
poor warlocks. I love warlocks so much, but their spell game is just so bad.
Is it?
Yeah, they get you know how we were playing like level 6 characters? They have two
Yeah.
spell slots
Oh no.
But
at
their
level
spells are
6.
cast at like the max version.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
get
wait,
access
what?
to they get access so they get it's not spell slots of specific levels, it's spell slots period.
I see. Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
So
So but
basically,
they
if you get fireball, everyone's fucked.
yeah. Well, they also their spells only go up to I want to say it's level 6 and then they get an additional spell for a single 7th level, a single 8th level and a single 9th level spell. Um but so I think spell slots is a good mechanic. Again, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Um,
What else do warlocks do to balance out the lack of spells?
they just get a lot of other mechanic.
Eldritch Invocation,
Yeah, they get their Eldritch invocations, and they get. I really like
which can be
warlocks
fucking broken.
because they get basically multiple subclasses, like multiple different versions of subclasses.
Is that what the Eldritch Invocation is?
No, so warlocks get a boon and a pact, which are two different like they give you a bunch of options for each of these.
Hmm.
You get your pact at level 1, and
Sounds fun to
that's
home.
huh?
Sounds fun to homebrew.
Yeah. So they get their pact at level 1 and then they get their boon at level 3. Um and both of those are basically just subclass options. So you essentially get two subclasses. So they have a lot of customizability. They're also just
Um,
generally a lot of fun to play because like uh you can make a melee warlock that is literally the most broken thing ever because you just take a great sword and you
Crackling
just
skull.
buff it into non-existence. It's so much fun. You can because you can
Like
take
it, a
Boon of
Vorpal
Blade,
blade would be less deadly.
huh?
A Vorpal blade would be less deadly than a Warlock maxed out blade.
Yeah,
That's just
if you take Pack of Hexblade and Boon of the Blade, you just you just take a sword and you just buff it and it gets
godhood.
yeah, you buff it to godhood. It's ridiculous. Um but back to what your original question had been and not about warlocks, about favorite magic systems. Have either of you read the Carry On series?
No.
No.
Okay. It's very good. I would recommend it. It's a fant yeah, fantasy romance. Um and it's very similar to like Harry Potter without all of the controversy. Um and it's where it's like a group of people or like an elite group of like wizards. Like some people have the ability to cast spells, and there's like a private school that they go to, and they teach them magic and stuff. But the really cool mechanic about the spell system or the magic system in that series is that it is based off of sayings. So like I'm trying to think of an example. Like you know how there are specific sayings that people say like often. So
Yeah.
like cliches and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are their spells. Are
Oh.
cliches and sayings like that, and each of them does like a specific thing.
Don't make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, so stuff like "Don't make a mountain out of a molehill" is a spell.
What does the spell do? Does it make a mountain out of a molehill?
I don't remember exactly what it does. I think it multiplies things or something, makes more stuff.
Oh, no, this is an actual spell. Okay.
Yeah. So like throughout the series, there's like a lot of examples of like um sayings that people say, and so like the way it works is that like if a saying gets enough prominence in the non-magical community, then the magical community gets the ability to use that as a
Oh,
spell.
interesting.
And so like there's like
Mm-hmm.
people who like experiment and figure out like what kinds of sayings have enough prominence, and there's like part of like their graduation uh like thing is like finding a new spell, stuff like that. Um and another, I just remembered this. I haven't read the series in a little bit, but uh the spells have more power in places that the sayings would be spoken. So like this is like they mostly are in Britain, but they take a trip to North America, and their standard spells don't work or are
Hmm,
less powerful because we have a
interesting.
different set of sayings than they do in Britain.
Hmm.
And so
What would you consider a saying? Because I'm just imagining like Gen Alpha humor becoming sayings in
I
that way.
know
Oh fucking god, no.
that's probably what would happen. Unfortunately enough, fortunately enough, Skibbity Toilet would probably become a spell.
Yeah, the spell just instantly kills yourself.
It totally should, but yeah. But if a saying gets enough prominence,
Oh my god.
Um,
Cameron, have you figured out?
okay, like I like the D&D one, but I have to be honest, I might pick DC Universe
DC Universe.
because they do implement further different little mana systems. They do implement like mana use, stamina, and all that, which I love, honestly. But also, I just really like their magical heroes and stuff like John Constantine and Ziana and all that. They're really cool. So I think we have to go with DC Universe.
Is
Yeah,
there
and
like
all
a
that.
specific single magic system, or is there a bunch of them?
There's a few, but they have similarities. Like they're all pretty close and similar, I think.
Hmm.
I'm not that well versed in their magic systems. I just think they're cool, especially John Constantine because he's a vibe.
What is that? I don't watch.
Do you not know who John Constantine is?
No, I don't.
nope.
Oh, how dare you! Viewers, flame them in the comments. I'm.
But only you're the only one here who knows what this is. So
Yeah, I think you're kind of in the minority here, Cameron.
It's DC Universe. How do you not know?
I'm
I
not
know
familiar.
there's
In my defense,
I
I'm
know
not
there's
familiar with a lot of
Batman,
the DC stuff.
there's Superman,
Superman,
and
there's
then
the Flash,
there's
there's
the
the
Flash.
Flash.
The sleepy British guy who's an
Sleepy British
alcoholic
guy?
and
That
also a
is
monster
amazing.
fucker because he's the ex-partner of King Shark. Like he used to date King Shark.
So, what does he do?
He's basically a mix between a magician and kind of an exorcist. He's with often with demons a lot and stuff like that.
Hmm.
He is very, very powerful. Let's just say that. Like,
Is he powerful enough to pull a rabbit out of a hat?
he could pull you and your best friend out of a hat.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure canonically he was in the universe from the start of time, but also there's something called the John Constantine effect, meaning like anyone who really writes about him has seen him in real life.
Hmm.
Like they don't know how, but they swear they've seen him in real life. Like it's crazy.
Crazy.
Like I need to pull up. Yep,
I was
for
crazy
sure.
once.
I was
Let's
also
see,
crazy once.
Oh God.
Oh, interesting. Why is John Constantine so powerful? Demon blood. Before it was ripped from his body by Upside Down Man, John's body contained demon blood, which is what allowed him to channel magic and cast spells without facing the cost of it, as well as withstand a level of magic that a human body cannot normally handle.
Yeah, his writers for DC Comics have once they've seen him once, and like came into contact, but chose not to interact with him for fear of what might happen if they did.
Seems like a marketing ploy, but okay.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious.
A quote from which one is it? Alan Moore. Back in 1993. This was said. I'll read it aloud for the viewers. I was in Westminster in London. I was sitting at a sandwich bar. All of a sudden, up the stairs came John Constantine. It wasn't Sting, it was John Constantine. He was wearing the trench coat, a short cut. He looked, no, he didn't even look exactly like Sting. He looked exactly like John Constantine. He looked at me, stared me straight in the eyes, smiled, nodded almost conspiratorially, and then just walked off around the corner to the other part of the snack bar. I sat there and thought, should I go around the corner and see if he's really there, or should I just eat my sandwich and leave? I opted for the latter. Thought it was the safest. I'm not making any claims to anything. I'm just saying that it happened. Strange little story.
Eh.
Yeah. And this was from 1993 from Alan Moore. He told this to the Wizard magazine. Ironic that he told it to a Wizard magazine. But yeah, this since then it happened to Jamie Delano, Pierre Milligan, Brian Azzarello. Sorry if I butchered their names at all. Seeing them in real life. It's crazy. None of them interacted with him because superstition and all that. But honestly, he is probably one of my fave DC characters. He's definitely up there.
He seems like an interesting character.
He's
Hmm.
awesome. He's blunt and kind of funny. Also a bit of a prick, but and also the second joke I sent, the one of him just putting his hand to his neck and just like looks aside. Yeah, that's when he met up with his ex. And viewers, if you don't know who King Shark is, look it up. I don't know if you guys know who King Shark is.
No.
Nope.
Um,
Is he a shark? Oh, he is a
yeah,
shark.
Oh, I know
he's
that guy.
like 8 foot, 9 foot tall shark.
He is a shark. He's a king shark.
Wow.
But yeah, that's him in the movie with John Constantine. And goodness gracious, the fact that they're canonically exes is hilarious. But yeah, I think I have to pick the DC magic system. Like, I know so many magic systems, so it's really hard for me to choose.
Yeah.
Like, on the other hand, like the Hunter trilogy, I'd love to have that magic system because it's very mana, and you summon you have your own hounds if you're a hunter, or you're just a mage, or there's psionics. Like, there's being hunter was so cool. Being so cool. Like, it's hard for me to choose. I really don't want to choose, but if you guys are making me choose, I guess I'd say DC.
Okay. Um,
How about you,
I
Cosmo? What's
guess
your favorite magic system?
I am
Remote.
gonna have to say, have any of you read the book series Aragon?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna
Mm-hmm.
mention that. I was gonna mention it.
I
Yeah.
like that magic system. Well, the only thing I don't like about it is that not everyone can do magic. That's the only
Well, that kind of makes sense at the same
criticism.
time.
I was gonna
But
say
other than
that's a standard like mechanic though, is that not everybody can do magic.
yeah,
Well,
I
not
know
always.
that.
There's sometimes people
I typically do not like
are
that
both.
mechanic. But other than that, I really like how the magic system works because like it starts off with like you say you say magic words and they can affect the thing, right? But
Yeah.
later, as you keep going, it revealed that it's a lot more abstract than that. You don't even need to speak words. You can just do it. Like you can just do
Hmm.
magic. And then even later, you learn that you can like just you can manipulate energy from like basically anyone. Like you can like take energy from grass and use it to cast magic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like it's I don't know. I just like it starts out seeming like a very simple like you use words and it does stuff and then it gets like more and more abstract as you keep going. And also I like how when you cast magic, it takes the amount of energy from you as you would be whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
like
interesting. Yeah.
a really really complex but sewing, right? Like say you're making a fabric with magic. It doesn't use that much energy. It's just complex. So like
Yeah.
you could be not that powerful but still do that really well. But if you but like I don't know, yeah. It's like if you're doing yeah.
You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta reread that series. That series was really good.
And it's like a very open-ended so you could basically do anything with the magic system. It's like basically whatever you can think of saying, whatever you can think up. Although the warning system is a bit confusing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should have mentioned spoilers.
No, it's fine. We don't get that many viewers anyway. Maybe sometime in the future, somebody will look back on this and they'll be like, "Hey, you should have mentioned spoilers," but it'll be fine.
Also, like some of this stuff,
Well, I
sometimes
did
people look at it.
afterwards.
Afterwards, that kind of ruins the point.
I mean, you could just edit it around, right?
I could. I'm not gonna remember to, but I could.
Do it. Just do it.
Just do
Oh,
it.
here we're
Don't
putting
let your
this for the
dreams
record now
dream.
in the logs. Do it. Please do it.
I probably will
Okay.
not, because it doesn't bother me,
Should though.
so I don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
bother anybody else.
You've never.
Alrighty then.
I'm going to the Metaverse or let's see.
I know exactly what you're quoting. I'm going to commit various war crimes. I'll be wanted in every country.
Every country. Fucking Chuckles. That clown
What?
is a nightmare. It's Legends of Elantris. Into the Witchlight, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's where Chuckles is mainly from. He's a dead clown in hell. Honk Knight and all that.
Yeah, the
I'll be
Honk
wanted
Legion.
in,
He's a character.
I'll be wanted in
He's
every country.
I'm going to commit
Yep.
various unforgivable war crimes. I'll be wanted in every country.
Oh God.
Mustard? How about mustard gas? My child soldiers.
Oh my God.
Knuckles is
And
great.
those are actual quotes too, which is even funnier.
Yes, they are.
No, when you do, I'm gonna put it into
Wait, I think wait, babe.
topics.
I think I've seen at least one YouTube short about this. Actually,
Pete nuts. Oh my god, I think we might be related. That group is bloody hilarious.
magic system.
Orbeck doesn't understand any of those words in that order.
Yes.
Magic
Magic.
system.
Magic systems. Let's get back on
Magic
topic.
system.
Those have magic systems.
We already talked about the D&D magic systems.
Let's talk about more. I'll keep talking about.
Magic system. What are some weird magic systems that are very weird?
Your mother.
I mean, we already talked about this. This isn't getting us anywhere, but the carry on magic system I think is a little strange. But that's part of it.
That's a good.
That's part of its charm, I think, is that's why I like it so much,
Yeah.
is because it's so unique.
Oh, I'm afraid such an obvious one. Fucking Mistborn.
Huh?
Y'all don't know Mistborn?
No, I've not read
Like a
it.
trilogy?
Wait, is
You
it a
should.
book series?
Yeah.
Is it like the entire world's been covered in like nanobots or something?
I don't know. I've only read most of the first book. I think
Or
I
like
should
the
reread it.
entire world is covered in like a fog that if you go into it, you can get like you can just die or something.
Yeah.
I think I read that.
Yeah, you use metals as magic basically to fuel your own body and shit. It's pretty cool.
Nope, never. I'm thinking of the completely wrong thing then.
Are you thinking of Full Metal Alchemist?
No, I swear I read a book about like there's like a fog covering the earth and it's like if you go in it you like die basically. But it's
Yeah,
not that.
Mistborn.
It's not what you said.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm completely sure because well there's barely a magic system there. So continue.
I'm sorry. I can't think of anything else besides Legend of Launchers now. My ADHD brain has been taken over by it.
Oh no.
It's your lies, Cameron.
I cast guild and prepare to meet God. Please. Please help me.
Well, I guess we'll never know what that magic system is.
Nope. Cameron refuses to tell us.
What?
Metal eating?
Oh, that. So basically they use the metals like their magic is like the metals get absorbed basically or like used up in a way. They burn. It's basically like their magic or something burns the metals, and then it gets a certain effect based on what metal it is. Remember something about pewter being like strength or something. And certain like very rare metals are like OP as shit and banned by the government. Shit like that.
Interesting.
And it's like
What
not
is
everyone is.
what does
And
molybdenum
sometimes
do?
Hmm?
What does molybdenum do?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I think it's a metal.
Do you guys know that
Molybdenum
diamonds
D.
actually shouldn't be as expensive as they are? They have
To the
a
sky diamonds, you can literally just take carbon from the sky and make them into diamonds.
Huh?
yeah, diamonds should be really cheap, but they're have overinflated prices.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
bullshit.
if a lot of
Now,
people demand it, then it's by supply and demand.
emeralds are
Yeah,
expensive for a reason.
Hmm. Hmm. Here's a good thing. Okay, these gifts are very distracting. uh, why is it that
I'm just saying,
why
viewers who are
is
oh
listening
god,
and
not Bitsy.
sending legends of Revolvers gifs, 3 of them are Bitsy, one's of Andy Loa IRL but being Torbeck, and then Chuckles wiping his head after saying his magic was fiendish when he meant arcane, but he's totally fiendish in origin. Studies books and shit.
hmm.
That's a quote from him.
Okay. Magic systems, magic systems. What are we talking about? Magic systems. Are we out of talking points on magic systems? I find that difficult to believe.
We can always force more talking
Marvel,
points.
Hmm?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I was thinking Doctor
Doctor
Strange
Strange.
magic system with
Doctor
the
This
Strange.
lemony bullshit.
hand motions
There's
and
also a
shit.
bit quote. Like, they don't explain it though. Like,
It's
yeah,
never
hand motions and
explained.
shit, but what powers it?
No, but you don't even need to do hand
Need
motions. It was like you can
mana?
like passively use it, right? To like make sure your
Yeah,
hands don't
like
shake.
what's the driving force behind it? Tell us, Marvel, or I'll throttle you.
They probably mention it in the comics, but like in the MCU, it is not explained.
Who's gonna read through the millions of comics there is? Not me. Too ADHD for that shit.
I would. I find them very interesting.
I just thought of something interesting. This
Your mother?
game, this game isn't typically said to be like a magic system, right? But I'm beginning to realize it's kind of not normal. Plants versus Zombies.
It's just
Okay,
a bunch of awakened plants against the undead servants. It's basically a druid fighting a
Okay.
lich.
Can you explain to me how a bell pepper is on fire constantly?
Science.
What?
Science!
Science?
no
JP.
magic.
Science. It's
Okay,
already
okay,
said it's
okay.
actually
Then
science, so yeah.
how do you put a potato into the ground and grow? It grows to be a
Natural
literal
and
mind.
artificial mutations. Natural and artificial mutations in extreme environment to survive for the growing pressures of being devoured. And also, I'm pretty sure Crazy Dave poured like 10 gallons of radiation and chemicals onto them.
But
That's why
but
it's crazy.
Crazy
but
Dave is just
that
a druid.
that doesn't mean a
Fuck is
potato
a druid,
becomes
yeah.
a military mine.
Why
Says
not?
who?
No.
It says who, Cosmo? What are you saying?
How many peas are contained within a pea shooter? How
All of
many?
them. No,
All
they.
of them.
Probably rapid growth.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
rapidly grow the
Peas.
peas. That's why That's why they don't just like machine gun them out, unless they're the machine gun ones. But then they have multiple pea. But then they have multiple pea growing facilities. Uh,
Facilities.
facilities. But uh, that's why it takes a little bit for them to shoot each pea out. It's because they have to grow the pea and then pull the pea off the stem and then shoot the pea out of their mouth and then load the pea and then shoot the pea out of their mouth.
God. Um, and
Clearly.
and but well, the walnut does make sense. That's the only one that makes sense.
What do you mean it makes sense? It makes the least sense. It's
What do
a
you
nut.
mean?
You should be able to step on the nut and the nut breaks. It's just you just walk over the
Well,
nut.
well, the zombies are stupid, so it
Zombies
makes
can't
sense.
jump.
Well, some of the zombies can
They
jump. I appreciate that we're arguing
yeah,
about
the
the plants and
pole
not the legitimacy of the zombies.
Zombies make so much sense you don't even know. um, except for the Jack in the Box zombie. You know, the one that like has a Jack in the Box
No, I
and just
don't.
explodes.
Yeah,
I don't.
I do.
Where did they get that Jack in the Box?
At the explosive Jack in the
Your
Box
mom's
store.
house.
Not the explosive Jack in the Box store.
Clearly, where do you get your explosive Jacks in the boxes?
No, that's a great point. Um,
You know what?
yeah.
You know what?
What?
These nuts.
These
I think that's our signal
walnuts.
to end this. We're running out of fuel.
You know, yeah, maybe, possibly. Yeah.
You want to know? Let's talk about the magic of Bobble Battle. What
Bubble
magic
Battle
system is
magic
that?
system.
No, seriously, like they transform their own bodies. They have limitless matter from themselves.
Well,
They do things nothing should be able to, and they summon black holes.
summoning black holes makes perfect sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But don't you get your black
They
holes from your
randomly
black hole
duplicate.
store?
You know
Your
what?
neighborhood black hole corner store?
I feel like they have Looney Tunes magic logic. Oh my god, Looney
Oh my
Tunes is
god,
right
Looney
on.
Tunes.
Looney
Oh my god,
Tunes!
Looney Tunes. Oh my god, Looney Tunes.
I found us new fuel. Second win, motherfucker. Nope, I lost my fuel. Right.
So, okay. You know the typical example of Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote when Wile E. Coyote paints a picture of the road, right? And
Mhm.
Roadrunner just goes right through it. But Wile
Yeah.
E. Coyote can't. Is that an is who's using the magic there? Is it
The
Wile E.
Roadrunner.
Coyote or is it Roadrunner?
It's the Roadrunner.
The Roadrunner is using reality
Hmm,
bending.
damn. Well, that
He's
was
turned
And
into
interesting.
also
Wanda.
the
He's
physics.
turned into Wanda Maximoff.
Physics in cartoon worlds are hilarious, but they have rules. Like, you don't fall as long as you don't look down.
This is true. This is true.
You know,
They always look down. Or if you
um,
looked up, would you fall upwards?
That's some Mario Galaxy shit right there. Look up to fall up.
imagine if gravity was constantly facing where you were looking.
You would just fall sideways.
Yeah. Well,
You'd
until you
have to.
looked somewhere else.
You'd have to be looking at the ground at all times in order to
Yeah.
not fall off the planet Earth.
Yep.
Also, that's really not how gravity works.
Also, you could fly. You could
Look
fly.
forwards constantly, forever.
You could literally just fly. And as long as you don't look down.
Yeah. Somebody makes the mistake of looking down and they just plummet to the ground like 100
Well,
miles an hour.
you could stop your fall. You could stop your fall.
By doing what? Looking
Or
up?
you get the bend.
Yeah, by looking up again, and then you'll slow down as you reach the ground, and then you can look
Or you
up.
just suddenly start going the other way and just get the bends from it.
In the air? I don't know if you can get the bends in the air, man.
I was gonna say,
I don't know, it's cartoons.
hmm. I was gonna say something, but it would be incredibly off topic. But this is the podcast off topic.
This is true. At least we're
What would
self-aware.
what would happen if by some odd reason gravity just flipped on Earth
Everything's
specifically?
good shit.
Well, okay, the ground, only gravity is for people's flipped or animals.
Well, we would go
No,
shooting
just
off of
people.
the planet. I
Unless
think
we're inside.
Unless
I
you're
th-
indoors.
I think I'm gonna take that and modify it from gravity flipping so that everything is pulling. What would happen if gravity, instead of suddenly the mechanics of gravity, instead of pulling things in, pushed things out?
All gravity. Okay. Well, first of all, planets would evaporate.
Like, because everything,
This
everything all the way up to literal galaxies are held together by gravity. So
the
just every
sun would explode. The Earth would explode.
you
Well,
know
no,
what?
not as
Your
violently.
mother.
I think you're right
Whoa.
because they are literally held together by gravity.
You'd probably be fine initially until you get sent into space. But like other than that,
Let's get a spacesuit.
small objects would be fine if like with chemical bonds, but then everything big is going to fall apart. Yep.
Yeah,
But would that end up making everything like evenly distributed?
that's a good question. I guess it depends on if you believe that the galaxy or that the universe is infinite or not. Because
Uh,
if it's not infinite, then yes, theoretically everything would have like a logical place. Not necessarily evenly distributed because like smaller bodies would possess less gravitational push. Um, so or maybe they would maybe they would possess more gravitational push if everything was inverted. You know?
mhm.
Um, but like if the universe is infinite, then everything would just kind of start floating away from each other.
We are very off topic.
Yeah, we were very off topic.
This is a whole nother different podcast kind of off topic.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're kind of running out of fuel.
We're running out of mana, perhaps.
Yes, mana. That's a mechanic we
Damn
didn't
it.
talk about at all.
We
I
already
don't
talked
know.
about it.
It's like how much
Not
magic you
really.
can
I
do.
was gonna say, yeah, it's really just a measure of energy.
I've talked about it several times. I guess you guys just don't listen to me.
I what?
To be fair, Cameron, you say a lot of things. So,
Damn.
respectfully, but
You're
You
saying
still.
I'm a yappa.
you respectfully speak words.
And the funny thing is, I only do this when I'm like around you guys or my college friends. Otherwise, I can't. I'm shy as shit. I'm
You
not.
should play a social deduction
Also, I'm at
game.
my work, then I have to do the customer service, smile, and stick with it as both. I have to do it. Yeah, it sucks, but it's also a good job. So
Yeah.
that summer job was. Okay, so yeah, I think we ran out of fuel.
All right. Shall I pick a new the next host?
It's me. It's
Oh,
me,
okay.
but
Yes, but
I'll
yeah.
be the host for next time. We'll be talking about murder drones.
Whoa.
Bye bye.